Hello, Claudia,
Hello, Iulia.
and welcome everyone. My name is Iulia Ipati, and I'm an external Hypno-Operator and student of Grifasi Academy. And my colleague Claudia, she's a support telepath for the Grifasi method. This week, we have the Investigative Cycle 326, protocol number 1. The protocol is fixed. We cannot um deepen the questions and the answers in the first part, just in the secondary part and the exploratory part. To contaminate the information as little as possible. All our support telepaths, they don't know the subject of the investigation. We are conducting it in other languages. You might find me in the Romanian language too. In case any one of you wish to participate in the investigative sessions of esoteric hypnosis Grifasi's method, either as an hypno-operator or as a support operator, you may do so after completing the training fundamental concepts of esoteric interference. You can request all the information by sending an email at at, to info@calogero.grifasi.com. For those who wish to actively participate also in the secondary part, on the second part, yeah, the free exploration part together with the Hypno-Operator, it is possible to do so by sponsoring a working pair. In this way, you'll be able to attend the session directly and during the free exploration phase, ask your questions. In this case as well, to receive all information, you may send an email to investigations@calogerogrifasi.com. Anyone wishing to contact me for a personal session may send me an email at juliaregressivehypnosis@gmail.com. Below this video, you'll find all the information on my web references along with the official links to the Grifasi's method. Now, Claudia will start to three breaths together in our own rhythm. I will count from 5 to 1. And while I'm counting, you'll start focusing on your breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Regarding any type of channeling, whether of subliminal parts or of entities, at the moment they allow the channeling to occur and provide a response, consent is automatically given. Exactly the same thing happens during the Academy Day exercises. It is evident that contact is made only with consciousness that agree to cooperate. Today, once again, we are going to carry out the most detailed investigation possible regarding certain individuals. Clearly, only if these subliminal parts are willing to cooperate with us, we will continue the investigation from last week. As always, remain relaxed, listen to my voice, and look for the individuals that, little by little, I will guide you toward. Allow your subliminal part to work and tell me, as always, what you see on a subliminal and esoteric level without rationalizing or reasoning. This time, as well, the investigation will resemble the academy exercises. Now, Claudia, completely let yourself go and search for Michael David Hicks, a scientist of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Hicks worked for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory between 1998 and 2022, participating in several space missions. He worked on experiments such as Deep Space One and New Earth asteroid tracking, all part of broader NASA initiatives focused on asteroid research. Michael passed away on July 30th, 2023, at the age of 59. The cause of his death was never officially disclosed. Now, go to July 30th, find him, observe his entire day while accelerating time, and tell me what happens.
It showed up very clear, an image of his heart, like he was having pain on that area. I was seeing his hands getting close and pressing his chest. So this is the feeling that I have, the image. And this whole scene happened very fast. It's like a passing by from a normal day to this suddenly pain that occurred on the chest. He pressed his hands and I see him falling down just seconds after the pain started. Yeah,
Mhm.
only that came.
Okay. Would you allow me? Yes. You perceive anything else?
No.
Mhm. Would you allow me to speak with Michael
Yeah,
on my
sure.
count of three? One, two, three. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Hello.
Do you think your work contributed to your current condition?
Yes, I think so. It's correlated one with the other.
Mhm. What were you working on that you believe may have involved a secret significant enough to place you in this situation?
Things that I was not supposed to know. Nuances that I was not supposed to catch, to see and develop. Because once that I found out different things, my curiosity led me to know even more. And that thing I'm sure brought everything upon me on a negative way because I was not allowed to make more research.
Hmm. Other colleagues of yours who worked at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory have disappeared or died. What do you think connects all these deaths?
It's just we are not embracing the official narrative at some point. All of those who disappeared or died found out more things than they were allowed to know. They wanted us just to stay there and do our job in a normal way. But we are scientists. We have creativity, we have intelligence, and that led us to more discoveries. And this is one thing that simply took us here. each and any of us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Michael. Disconnect, Claudia. Disconnect. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Claudia, find Frank Maywald, who was also employed at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. A world-renowned scientist, thanks to his work with millimeter wave and submillimeter wave technologies, he worked on the development of ultra-high frequency receivers used in space missions to analyze planetary atmospheres. Frank passed away on July 4th, 2024, without any details about his death being released. As we did before with Michael, find Frank and observe his entire day on July 4, 2024, while accelerating time, and tell me what happens.
First, I saw a very sunny day, and then I saw his neck, so his throat area, like he was started to choke himself somehow, couldn't breathe anymore. And I have an image now of a very inflammatory substance inside of his throat.
Mhm.
This is the image that I have. And then I see him like disappearing from the place where I saw the previous image with that inflammatory substance on his neck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Would you allow me to speak with Frank?
Yes.
On my count of three. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning. Not good.
Mm. Do you think your work contributed to your current condition?
For sure. For sure. We simply did more things than we had to do. My research got me into deeper and darker secrets of the actual present society and the circles that are running the world in the present times. And I was simply not allowed to know, and most especially to talk about it. Not only to know, but I was not allowed to spread the news that all those frequencies are actually applicable also on Earth here, and to contribute to the humankind development. And they simply shut down my voice. That was the simplest thing for them to do. And that's how they do with everyone that wants to know more, then discover more, then they are allowed to.
Mhm. What were you working on that you believe may have involved a secret significant enough to place you in this situation?
With different frequencies, spectrum, that there are a lot wider than they think and the people think it is acceptable on Earth. Things is a lot more complex. Things are a lot more complex. The world around us with higher frequency spectrum. But they don't want people to know all of these things. They just prefer to to shut me off.
Mhm. Thank you, Frank. Disconnect Claudia. Mm. Okay, Claudia. Reconnect again with Frank. I have one more question for him.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Frank again. I have one more question for you there. Other colleagues of yours who worked at the Jet Propulsion's laboratory have disappeared or died. What do you think connects all of these deaths?
I don't know much about it. I just heard
Mm-hmm.
some of those, but I don't know much. I don't know. But still, that's only rumors instilled a type of worry feeling in
Mm-hmm.
me. It might be a connection. It's possible, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Thank you, Frank. Do you have anything else to say, Frank?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Disconnect, Claudia. Disconnect. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay. Now, Claudia, research for Nuno Loureiro, who worked at the highest levels of national energy research. Director of the Plasma Science and Fusion Center, one of the world's most advanced research centers for plasma research and nuclear physics. He studied the creation of unlimited energy sources that could potentially be used for propulsion systems. Once you have found him, tell me how you see him.
I have the very clear feeling that he's not in a physical body anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I see him above me, and I see only the subliminal part.
Okay. Do you perceive anything else, Claudia?
Just being very high, looking down at us, and
Okay.
somehow detached from anything, from his work, from anything he did here on earth. Having a kind of a feeling of not sadness, but somehow melancholy. It's
Mm-hmm.
not very optimistic looking like.
Okay. Okay. Nuno Loureiro was shot and killed in his home in Brooklyn, Massachusetts,
Mm.
on the evening of December 15, 2025. At the moment, no arrests have been made and no suspects have been publicly identified. Go to that evening of December 15, 2025 and tell me what happens.
Hear rumors and I see two persons like in a very much of a hurry action. They just came, shot him, and left, disappeared. Full of blood. This is what I see,
Mhm.
and he's simply down on the ground. It's a very brutal scene, I would say.
Mhm.
And I have this image of yes, looking like the evening time. Yeah.
Okay. Do you perceive anything else?
No, not here.
Okay. Okay. Now search for Jason R. Thomas, a biomedical researcher at Novartis in Boston, the only scientist operating in a different field from the others. His studies on protein mapping could have applications in secret government projects related to bioenergetic technologies, or, in the most extreme cases, knowledge involving materials of non-human origin. Jason R. disappeared during the night between December 12 and 13, 2025. As we did before, find Jason and observe him between December 12 and 13, 2025, while accelerating time, and tell me what happens.
I have a feeling of dizziness. I'm not sure in which way they acted on him, but this is the feeling, the sensation that I have, a kind of very strong dizziness that he got until the point he loses his consciousness. Oh, and I have an image like his body was moving, like the twisting somehow by I don't know what kind of force
Was
put
moving,
on him.
this twisting, you said? Like,
Yes, yes.
twisting, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And simply losing his consciousness. But
Mm-hmm.
the feeling is not that he they use some kind of I don't know, like inflammatory substance like I saw in that other case, or
Mm-hmm.
it's more like some electromagnetic waves. This is the feeling that I have. It's something like technology used upon him.
Okay. Okay. After 3 months of investigations, on March 17, 2026, his body was recovered from Lake Quananapoit, Quananapoit in Wakefield. Would you, do you perceive
Mm-hmm.
anything before I will speak to him, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
From this.
Only that you already told me,
Mm,
like the body is taken out, but being already out of his body for
mm,
from long.
okay.
And from
Not
that
from
moment,
that moment
yes,
of twisting, or no?
yes, exactly. From that
Mm-hmm.
moment, like he was not aware that he was drowned, he was put in that water. He was just like a action in disguise, I'd say. This is the feeling that I have. They put the body in there in the water just to look like
He
uh,
drowned. Mm-hmm.
he drowned himself, but
Mm-hmm.
he was not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Would you allow me to speak with Jason
sure.
on my count of three? One, two, three. Good morning, Jason. How are
Good
you?
morning. As you can see,
Mm. What? I don't see. Tell me.
I had just been stopped from what I was doing. I was not allowed to do more, and I'm not actually anymore on earth. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a body. I cannot continue my work. So they always succeed in what they are doing, no matter how many of us, no matter how intelligent are. They always succeed in their plans.
Mm-hmm. Do you think your work contributed to your current condition?
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure about that. They didn't want us to know more, and I knew more. They didn't want us to spread the discoveries to the public, to the media, to know that there are so many things among us that are not human, so many things that influence us and lead us from the underground, from the background. And once I started to see these things, they realized they have to shut me down.
Mm. What were you working on that you believe may have involved a secret significant enough to place you in this situation?
I started to see so many mixtures of DNA, so many hybridizations, so little human in the leading social class. I started to be aware of who's actually leading us. They didn't want me to know that. And most important, to tell anyone else.
You can say it now if you want.
It is a lot more than we see and we think it's happening. Very few of them are humans, or very little in percentage, just as much as they need in order to function on Earth here, just to keep their appearance of humans. This is who is leading us. It's not persons like me and you. There are another breeds, another interdimensional beings. And they don't want us to be happy and prosperous and to develop on a positive way. They don't love the humankind, the human race. They only use us for all their projects. It's just like a trap living here on Earth for us. And once you know that, you cannot keep quiet. And if you don't keep quiet, you pay with your life sometimes.
Like you did?
Yes, like it was my situation.
Other scientist colleagues of yours have disappeared or died. What do you think all these deaths have in common?
There is something related with the things that I already said. In one way or another, related, correlated. Either it's about their genetics, either it's about the way they travel in and out Earth, or about frequencies they use, about frequencies they try to prevent us from knowing and use. It's all about hidden forces. They don't want us to know the way they use us because they need to stay in shadow. They don't want to be exposed only as much as they want and they consider necessary for their purposes. But as soon as we know more, that's it. They take brutal measures to stop us.
Thank you, Jason. Disconnect, Claudia. Disconnect. How are you feeling, Claudia? Raise your
Okay,
frequencies.
I'm
We'll
okay.
continue. Now, Claudia, search for Amy Catherine Exbridge, a 34-year-old researcher who worked in Huntsville, Alabama, with a major aerospace industry hub. Dr. Amy Exbridge is mentioned in UAP circles for her alleged work on anti-gravity and advanced propulsion with the aerospace and defense sector in Huntsville, Alabama. Once you have found her, tell me how you see her and describe everything that comes through you. Through to you.
Yes, I saw first a kind of a black hole Mm, and the feeling is that somehow going from here, the surface level, on down, on underground levels. But this has more to do with her work. This is the feeling that I have, not with the way she disappeared. Um, has something to do with more things that she discovered, and she was now supposed to somehow relate it like all the others. But you asked me what happened in that day, I think, or no?
Mm, no.
No, no.
Uh,
Okay.
just how you everything that comes to you, and then we'll continue the
Hmm.
next certain day. Yeah.
Yes, that's the image that I had. That black hole, but the hole like a full of potential. It's something going on in there in that black hole.
In
It's
the
not
black
like a
hole.
simple black hole. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
has something to do is related with her work.
Yes. Now, Amy Catron passed away on June 11, 2022 in Huntsville, Alabama at the age of 34. The Birmingham, Alabama police investigated the case, concluding that the death resulted from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Go to June 11, observe her day while accelerating time, and tell me what happens that day.
Yeah, actually, I have very fast the image that
Mm-hmm.
she really shot herself. This is the feeling, but she was somehow mentally influenced to
Mm-hmm.
do that. But yes, this is the feeling, the image that I have. She shot herself, but her mind was not with her in that moment. She was like somehow mind control, maybe I could say,
Mm-hmm.
but in a way that was influenced by, again, some waves, because I have this image of something moving, invisible. The
Mm-hmm.
feeling is that something about waves. Um, and the mind is simply blank at that moment. She simply took the gun and pointed to herself and pulled the trigger. This is the image that I have. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's the most convenient that to 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 make it happen, to look very natural, very normal, even
Self-inflicted,
if,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, even if it's very clear to me it was influenced from outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was not that like she was, I don't know, depression or having suicidal thoughts. No, it was just a mind control, very sharp, very directed uh, against herself.
Okay. Very well. Now, would you allow me to speak with Amy?
Yes.
On my count of three. One, two, three. Good morning, Amy. How are you?
Hello. I'm okay.
Do you think your discoveries regarding anti-gravity contributed to your current condition?
Unfortunately, yes. But I didn't realize that back then. Only then, after I died, I realized it was so much connected.
Mhm.
They didn't want me to do things that I did. And actually, they changed us simply. In a moment when they consider we know too much, they simply put another one. Now it's someone else on my place. But he'll probably have the same end. This is how they do.
Did your study aimed at manipulating gravity or space-time in order to achieve movement without the use of traditional propellants contribute to your current condition?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, of course. This is what it's all about.
want to say more?
They just suppress the discoveries. And once we reach a point, a higher level in our discoveries, they simply took it away from us, and they will give it to someone else. They just use our brains, our creativity and intelligence to reach a point, a certain point on our discoveries, and they just get away from us like with big garbage. They don't need us anymore. This is what they do.
Other colleagues of yours have disappeared or died. You had repeatedly stated that you had no intention of taking your own life. What do you think about your colleagues and your case?
Are pretty much the same situations.
Mm.
Not the same, but almost. Depending on every case. But yes, we have things in common, all of us. Either it's about things we discover, it's about the level of trust that they have in us or not. It's about many things, but it's correlated.
Okay. Which discovery do you believe was responsible for the conspiracy against you?
It is about the way anti-gravitational devices support traveling from other spaces that actually are used by other species and not by humans. This is what they're interested about. It was not for humans. It's about supporting traveling for other species.
Mhm. What had you discovered about UFOs and UAPs that contributed to your current condition?
The same thing that I already told you. The way they use these channels in order to travel. More channels, more open, bigger, easier to use with higher speed. And not only UFOs, but also beings. Some beings that are simply able to travel to those spaces, to those channels in certain conditions.
Mm. Thank you, Amy. Disconnect, Claudia. Disconnect.
Okay.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay. Now, Claudia, search for Joshua LeBlanc, an American aerospace engineer. He worked on nuclear propulsion at NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center from 2019 until his death and lived in Alabama in the same city as Amy. Once you have found him, tell me how you see him esoterically and describe everything you perceive.
I see him alive.
Mhm.
I see him working in a space like a room, very with a lot of light, artificial light. The feeling is that somewhere maybe underground, because I don't have any feeling of being on the surface of Earth, but against his will. It's like he's somehow probably declared death or something and kidnapped to this place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Perceive anything else?
No, just doing his work, but
Mhm.
somehow like he would be under anesthesia. This is the feeling that I have.
Super. Okay. On July 21, 2025, he had his last contact with his family, then left his apartment along with all his personal belongings, including his dog. It appears that he spent 4 hours parked at Huntsville International Airport, then drove for 120 kilometers before crashing his Tesla, which subsequently caught fire. Reconstruct what happened on both of a physical and esoteric level from the morning of July 21, 2025, and tell me what you see and perceive.
From the moment, yes, listening to your question, from the moment you said he was packing his belongings, from that moment, I have the feeling that he's clearly influenced. Again, a kind of not directly voices in his head, but still a kind of noise. It is a noise that produces this behavior, strange. It's like something tickling somehow, some nervous connections in his brain, and he's having this rush feeling. I have to do it fast. I have to do it fast. Taking everything with him, but I don't know. I have the feeling that he thinks he know what he's doing, and he thinks he's going to a higher or a more important mission to accomplish, a project, something. This is the feeling that he has. And he doesn't have to say anyone. He have to keep very close, remote, silent about this, and simply packing everything and leaving. And in the moment of crash, his Tesla, I was already having the feeling that he was not in the car anymore. It was just a crash to show to the world a cause of death, but it was not his body in there. It was someone else's.
Okay.
And it was somehow kidnapped, like
Kidnapped
I was saying before. But his state, his mental state, was again a kind of confused, disoriented. Like he was having this feeling that he has to hurry, to go, but in the same time didn't know exactly where and what to do.
Okay, very well, Claudia. Disconnect from
Yes.
there. You've perceived? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, now we'll continue.
Okay.
Now go to the night between July 2 and July 3rd, 1947, in the town located in Shaves County, New Mexico, and tell me what you see during that night in that area.
I see little lights showing up. I would say like UFO, something looking like, and manipulating energies. It is a lot of technology involved. And this is what I see now. Only.
Okay.
Just if you take me closer, or I don't know, it's feel special.
We're going to go on the exploratory a little bit.
Okay.
And the last question, Claudia. It appears that during that night, fragments of a flying disc, as it was called at that time, were found. Tell me whether the material discovered at that time is connected to the disappearance of this scientist, and describe all the connections you perceive.
Again, I have that not image, but the feeling of being very like electromagnetic waves or intercrossing to each other, and giving a very confusing feeling of confusion. And with that person that disappeared from before?
With okay, that's the appearance of this scientist. So it's like all the scientists, if has any connection, right? The one we
Yes.
go through, we study, let's say.
I see the connection that I see, it's only these waves that gives me the same feeling of disorientation that I was having before when we were talking about that person. This is what comes to me now.
Okay.
This is the common connection.
Connection, okay. You perceive anything else?
Right here now.
Okay, perfect. We finished with the fixed questions. So we are going back. We're still on that night between July 2nd and July 3rd, 1947. Yes. We're going closer to see like what really happened. Let's see these waves, where they come from.
From technology, it's like a big thing manufactured.
Okay.
Especially constructed in this way to emit different waves, to give different feelings, to create this confusion, and has, among others, this role of disturbing one's mind, one's brain, because these waves are simply entering a person's mind and creating a lot of disturbance. Like the person doesn't know exactly, is not on his normal mental state, like he's not aware what he's doing, but then alternating again with moments of normal consciousness, normal state of consciousness, and again the image and everything becomes blur and not knowing exactly what to do. It's like his will, his free will is simply cancelled by these alternating frequencies.
So these waves, yeah, we're observing these waves, what happened. So these waves, let's say they are activated.
Yes.
Do you see, you said you saw like little lights, UFO lights. What is that you
Yes.
perceive?
Yes. Uh, that is a bit another thing. Um, it doesn't have, it's not related to those to that mm, thing that I told you,
The
the
wave.
construction, the waves, exactly. These ones look like something like would be parts at least from a UFO, from a extraterrestrial, let's say, ship.
Okay.
This is what they look like. It's like they're observing the action. They're seeing, they're observing what's going on and the effect that those waves have upon that person.
Okay.
Like they're having like a, let's say, some lights that were observing what's going on under the influence of those waves.
Okay. I'll count 1, 2, 3 and tell me what's the name of this source of the waves. 1, 2, 3.
Just saw some letters, some numbers, one after another.
Okay.
It didn't come something, but in the same time, along with these numbers and letters, I don't know, came to me the word plasma, like added.
Okay.
Maybe has something to do with this because it came also that.
Okay. Let's follow these waves. Let's see where the source is, what you perceive on what, like say, territory or country or.
Uh, the feeling is that USA, but the target, if it is a target, can be very far. It's not necessarily only in that country. I don't know in which way. It's like they can transmit it very far, very, very far.
Okay.
It's like would be something intermediary between the source and the target that potentiates the power of those
Mhm.
waves,
So you,
maintain and
yeah.
grow.
So you perceive these waves in that the year of 1947, yeah?
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm. And then you said that it has nothing to do with those like UFO pieces or like their fragments of this
No,
UFO spaceship.
I was having this, but I was simply seeing like from those pieces or spaces, they were simply projected. I was seeing those like observing the things around, the person around, the um, even if they're looking like pieces, is true. So I don't see an entire UFO. I simply see pieces, but simply like alive pieces is not like a piece from a broken UFO. It's
Mm-hmm.
like alive and functional piece. This is the feeling that I have.
Okay, so it's, let's say it's a it's a spaceship, can say, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
spaceship, but smaller. They don't look like
A
a
smaller, yeah,
smaller. Yes, exactly, because they
smaller
are
version,
probably
can say.
fragments. That's why.
Okay,
But
okay.
simply looking like holograms, like they're alive. They're even if they look like fragments, but still they're not dead. They're alive. They're functional.
Okay. Uh, do you perceive those, let's say, pieces, small pieces? Do you, let's
Yes,
say, a characteristic, an important characteristics?
with this energy that I feel and see around them, looking like a light, let's say, but it's like an energy wave
Mm-hmm.
around, like they're fueled somehow from a source. And when I saw that source, when I said it, appeared again that structure technology that I told you before.
Technological. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's somehow that technology transmits waves of like fuel, like a fuel of energy to those
Mm-hmm.
pieces.
Okay. So this technology, these waves, they are like fueling
hmm
those
Pieces,
like
those
fragments,
fragments.
can say. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. It's and that year, right? It's like
hmm
um, it's like those flying pieces, kind of mm, they uh they felt on somebody's kind of backyard.
hmm
Observe that. Mm. It's called Roswell UFO crash. I guess his name
hmm
was Roswell. And after the incident, yeah, this incident was taken from the public records. Mm, do you perceive like really was a crash there?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're planted somehow on purpose. I don't have the feeling of a crash. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like a crash, but still those pieces are, as I said, very much alive, not coming from a crash. They're planted on purpose to look like a crash.
Okay, so they disappear after kind of. Do you
Yeah,
perceive those pieces there somewhere as today? It's a
I don't see
general
it.
question,
I don't see it. I don't perceive anything like being today present.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And you said that it's something combined with plasma, right? One of the scientists
Mhm.
was like working with plasma. I think Emmy, possible. This plasma, mm, do you perceive like any characteristics of this plasma? Is it like, let's say, organic or unorganic?
I have the feeling of both
Mm-hmm.
being organic and at the same time having some implanted characteristics of anorganic uh, material, let's say. The way they use it, it's made from both. It's not like a natural thing only. It's something enhanced. feels like saying by them through technology,
Mm-hmm.
and has more to do with modifying DNA. You asked me about functions. This is
The
what
plasma,
came.
the characteristics, yeah?
Mhm. Yes, modifying things. So like modifying DNA and actually growing like another type of body, starting from a different type of DNA. But in the same time, yes, a lot of other characteristics like modifying the mind itself. Modifying, I mean, now comes to me something very negative. I was seeing neuron circuits, neural
Mm-hmm.
connections in the brain, like being burnt. That was the feeling, like the person would be very easy to be led to do certain things
Mm-hmm.
with this thing,
Okay.
with this
L-
technology.
yeah. Let's find a person to see like really what happens, like before and after. Did you find
Hmm.
it?
Yeah,
Okay. Is it a man or a woman?
Oman,
Okay, a woman. And how old is she?
58.
58. And observe what happens, like how she gets in contact, let's say, with this plasma. What ways, yeah?
It's like she was taken and kidnapped during night,
Mm-hmm.
and they are making experiments on her. This is what I see. A lot of experiments actually were done, not only to this woman, in order to see the effects of this enhanced plasma on a human brain. Uh, so she was targeted somehow to be applied this plasma to specified parts of her brain and to see the effects. And this is the effects that I see at the end on the next day. Shows a lot more calmer, not having memory of what happened whatsoever to her during the previous night, and more, how to say, resilient, not resilient, obedient.
Obedient. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was. You know how the feeling that I have, like those operations that are making on psychiatric patients a long time before, lobotomy, something like that was called. So she's having this image of a person that doesn't fully use her brain anymore. Like she doesn't have full capacity of her brain anymore.
Mm. Okay. How this plasma was, given to her, let's say.
Yes, instilled by some devices, and very easy to be accepted by her physical brain, as plasma being also having this organic compound.
Opponent, yeah, okay.
Yes, so accepted by the body because it was considered something natural,
Mm-hmm.
something organic.
Uh,
Yeah.
how it was like placed, like say, ingestion or through what? No?
No, I don't have this feeling. I see like a helmet put on her
Okay.
head and
Mm-hmm.
being left in this way for hours, feels like saying, for hours, and then
Observe.
being
Mm-hmm.
taken out.
Okay, observe this helmet. This plasma is like in this helmet. It can, let's say, it's alive or something.
Not alive, but connected to some structures with wires between the helmet and those devices
Mm-hmm.
that are somehow like all the head was somehow in an environment very rich in plasma
Mm-hmm.
during those hours, but not only plasma again. It's the feeling that I have, it's plasma and more. Plasma and something more. And that more other thing looking very, I feel it very cold and very like iron, something very cold, very unpleasant. That
Mm-hmm.
was somehow probably making the worst part to her
Mm-hmm.
brain.
How do you perceive the consistency of this
Hmm.
plasma? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would say like a cloud,
Mm-hmm.
something very foggy, This
Okay.
is the feeling,
It's not like a
perception that I
jelly
have.
kind of feeling, no?
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
not jelly, more like a fog,
Mm-hmm.
foggy.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
creating now I'm looking to natural plasma, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Came this image to me like in normal quantities, if we can
Okay.
say so, would have positive effects on a physical body. But even in that, uh, positive effects can have also came this feeling of being also a certain amount of radiation. But talking only about a normal plasma, natural plasma, organic one.
Mm-hmm. The
So
natural, yeah.
brings,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Go ahead.
brings natural positive effects, beneficial in a way, but in the same time also brings a kind of radiation.
Okay. This natural plasma, what it's found? Is it found in, yeah.
Yeah, where is it found, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ask.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I don't want to
When you,
contaminate, yeah. Just where it,
yeah, it's when you're
in
making
what
the
or whom or,
yes.
yeah.
As I was listening to you, I was
Mm-hmm.
seeing this plasma like all around. This is the feeling like it exists, but in different quantities, uh, different amounts, um, not everywhere the same, and also like coming in cycles, in waves.
Mm-hmm.
This is the feeling that I have, like coming through the atmosphere, from the
Okay.
universe, from the air around us. There are moments, times, probably years, or I don't know when it comes in more quantities, in
Okay.
bigger quantities. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, let's find when like a moment when it comes bigger quantities.
Mhm.
Do you perceive like it's kind of sand from somewhere?
It's sent that not sent by someone. It's simply coming like a natural rhythm. This is the feeling that I have.
Okay. What's activating it kind of to come, like, to circulate, let's say, right?
It's about times and cycles, natural ones that
Mm.
are taking place and changing from one time to another, or once in a few tens of years or hundreds of years. It's like natural cycles that are occurring on Earth. It's
Mhm.
like the same like the moving of the planets takes place is the same with this plasma coming in bigger quantities or lower ones. But when it comes with big and now as I was speaking, I saw
Mhm.
also the sun and differences the way the sun shines or
Mhm.
has solar flares is the same with this plasma. So sometimes it's stronger, and if it's stronger, brings also beneficial things, features maybe to the humans, but in
Mhm.
the same time, it's challenging because brings also radiation on Earth on those moments. It's the same like the sun when having its cycles. Sometimes it's stronger, it's shines more,
Mhm.
but in the same time brings more solar flashes,
Mm.
flares, or how they are called.
Yeah, solar flare. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, you said it's beneficial to the humans. How it's beneficial? Like what? Let's
Uh,
say humans. What symptoms? Let's say they
yes,
will have, or
yes. As soon as you said that, I saw a human brain, and I saw that
okay.
like it's unclogged. How to say? Like it's more open. The neuronal
Mhm.
ways in the human brain are sharper, are more intelligent, more creative. That brain. That was the very sharp image that appeared to
Mhm.
me.
Do you perceive that this can be beneficial for any human brain?
It depending on the human brain, how much is prepared for a evolutionary step forward. If it's too clogged, again, feels
Mm-hmm.
like saying this word,
Clogged, yeah.
so will be more difficult for that person to take the benefits, and will be more oriented to detoxify, to the things, will have bad symptoms and unpleasant symptoms instead of taking only the benefits.
Mhm. When you're saying that it's clogged,
Mm-hmm.
metaphorically, right? How
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
clogged? It's the energetic
With
point of view, right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
with its own programs, its own
Programming, yeah. Mm-hmm.
limits, programming, yes, its
Okay.
own rigidity, let's say, to do things only in a way or another way. Um, and cannot reach that level of himself from where the creativity emerges, because it's that person is working too much in programs, in
Mm-hmm.
traumas, in memories, rigid ways that
Mm-hmm.
was used to live until then.
Okay. I don't know much about plasma or all this like scientific stuff, let's say, but I it came to me that plasma, I know blood has plasma, yeah.
Hmm. Yes, it is the
Is it
same compound.
same
Yes,
same? Mm-hmm.
yes, it is the same compound. It's actually a natural state, a natural compound from the human body.
Mm-hmm. More
It's the
like
same.
jelly, let's say, kind of, right? Than foggy, I say,
Yes,
kind of.
because it's in the body. It takes
Mm-hmm.
different shapes, different ways to look. But when you talk about the one that it's coming from outside, yes, that one looks more foggy and gets jelly in combination with the human blood or human
Okay. Mm-hmm.
ingredients, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
material ones.
So we can say that this plasma is from outside, or the human blood contains it or makes it, let's say.
Contains it. It's in the
Mm-hmm.
same. It's
Okay.
on ongoing process, let's say, from inside and also from outside. It's not
Mm-hmm.
only from outside. We also contain it within ourselves.
We do, right? Okay.
Yes.
To perceive this plasma can be, let's say, activated or kind of, given an order somehow. I'm talking metaphorically.
Yes. No, I don't have this perception.
Hmm.
No, it's just about it's a component like any other. Okay, not like any other. It's an important component, but also not something to be obedient to a certain command or order. Is
Hmm.
just a piece or an ingredient from many others that are part from the human
Hmm.
in its total. So it's let's say an holistic development that needs to take place on the human body's development, not only regarding plasma or this or that. It's about
Okay.
everything that's part of the human.
You said it's a holistic, yeah?
Yes, with all the ingredients that are
Hmm.
shaping the human being.
Hmm.
So many levels, not only the human body, also all the other esoteric, let's say, or non seen levels of the human being.
Too deep already into this. Okay, disconnect from there, Claudia.
Okay.
So let's go back to Joshua LeBlanc because you perceive him that he's still alive, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, you said it's someplace underground.
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
see him again now.
Okay. Observe him. Why is so like, wanted, can say, to be
Mm-hmm.
there? Mm-hmm. Observe
Uh,
invisible, yeah? You are invisible and you're observing like what kind of project you
mm-hmm.
perceive that is going there, yeah?
I don't see him satisfied. He's like put there
Is
with
it against his own will?
against
Yeah.
his own will, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just to not be in connection with the previous project. That was the goal. That's why they took him away.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like that, but I have the feeling that he's living with the hope that one day will escape from that place. He's apparently doing his job, very obedient, but
Mm-hmm.
still inside
Hoping
hoping
that.
for better days. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. What do you perceive is there is hope for him to escape?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. This is what feels like saying,
Mm-hmm.
especially because of his obedience, apparent obedience. It's
Doesn't look
like they'll
threatening,
be,
yeah, that is
yes, they'll
gonna run.
consider,
Mm-hmm.
yes, they'll consider he's safe enough to work in not so protected areas in the future,
Mm-hmm.
and they will transfer him to these areas, and from that he will be able to escape.
Okay. And they say that he stopped. Like, let's go back to that time on that day when he stopped for 4 hours at the airport.
Mhm.
Uh, you observe anything happened that stopped for 4 hours? He parked his car there.
It's something, it has to do with his brain.
Uh-huh.
It's that manipulation, that control is it was not going well. Something is going on in there. He was making questions to himself why he's doing that, why, what's happening.
Against his
uh
own, like,
yeah.
decisions, kind of, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. I mean, I remember that rush from before, but then after that, he started to make questions. What's going on? Why am I doing that? Where am I going? And why? Who's leading me here? But still, it's like at the end, they managed to distort his waves, his brain,
Mm-hmm.
natural brain waves, in a way
Okay.
that finally he did it the way they wanted.
Apparently, it looks like it's very important because, yeah, he worked on nuclear propulsion, like, at NASA's.
Hmm.
So they still need him as, as alive.
Yes,
Makes sense,
probably
right?
yes.
Hmm.
That's why, yes.
Okay. Okay, disconnect from there. Let's go back to Emmy.
Okay.
Emmy Catherine Esrich. Um, I saw an interview of Emmy before. She kind of like she killed herself, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And in that interview, she was saying lots of stuff. I didn't have time to listen. It was like 3 hours. And she said that she was moving to her parents because apparently in her apartment it was broken all the time. And while during that interview, she said like she's like stressed and she was drinking. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she was drinking alcohol continuously, kind of, in that interview, which was pretty interesting to watch. Like a scientist, uh, having an interview and doing that. And you said that she was kind of under like mind control, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go back to that interview. Yeah, you're there. And do you
Mm-hmm.
perceive, how do you perceive like her brain waves?
Distorted, but not as much as they were at the end when she killed herself.
Mm-hmm.
But they started to be distorted.
She mentioned like she wants to like make a documentary or something, like to say some stuff and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I feel like a very much of a heaviness on her head
Mm-hmm.
in that interview, like she was trying to relieve somehow with
Some
that
stress, yeah, the stress.
drink.
Mm.
Yes, with drinking
To have more courage to
to
talk.
relieve it. Yes, to have more courage also to talk, but to relieve that heaviness because she was already feeling uh, an influence of those waves upon her
Okay, they
brain,
were working on her, yeah. Okay, with
working
the
on her.
waves.
Yes,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
not
Okay,
having, for sure, not having thoughts of suicidal thoughts
exactly.
by
Mm-hmm.
herself.
Yeah.
But those waves also already working on her brain.
Are these the same waves sent from that source you perceive?
Yes, pretty much the same source. Yes, even
Mm-hmm.
if with other intermediary devices between.
Mm-hmm. On her case, do you perceive what the was the intermediary device?
I saw one, like it
Mm-hmm.
was one between, because it's depending on the location of the person that is the target, and depending also on the person, what how strong they want to influence the person, how strong her own natural brain waves are. So how much they want to distort, they need to distort the brain waves of that person. In her case, this is what I saw, just one intermediary device.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, I will talk with her like during that interview. But before that, you mentioned that you saw this black hole, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You perceive this black hole, like, describe it. Can you describe it?
Yes, I see it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a black hole, lack of other better terms, but the feeling is like a hole full of potential. It's like a hole that serves also as a travel channel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and again, I see, and I think I said it before, I see like having the potential for some entities to materialize themselves through those that black hole.
Mm-hmm.
So to come from the metaphysical level to material level for certain amounts of time, not for long, but still uh, quite much.
Like a
Uh,
portal, no?
like a
Let's say.
portal,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And she was very much disturbed by that discovery. Um, she didn't think that would be the case in the beginning. And then when she realized actually for what they're researching for and what are the purposes to create even better condition through that portal for the entities to become visible in the material world.
Mm-hmm.
She got really frightened and scared and
Right.
incredibly affected,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted somehow to tell the world, to spread the news, but she considered it's too much. It's simply something too incredible for people to believe it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Claudia, let me talk with Amy. Let's say during that interview.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. One, two, three. Hello, Amy.
Hello.
How are you? How are you feeling?
How to feel like I
Mm-hmm.
would be trapped
Why?
between my own will, my
Mm-hmm.
own wish to express things, to
Mm-hmm.
say, to talk, to reveal,
Mm-hmm.
and the duty and the knowledge of the fact that actually I'm not allowed to talk much. I'm not allowed, and probably I'd be terribly punished if I do it. Terribly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What did you discover, Amy?
Many things, many things.
Can you tell us?
Things, this world we are living in is
Mm-hmm.
not the world that I thought it would be. It's
Okay.
full of different beings, different DNAs, different ways they
Okay.
show themselves up in front of us.
How did you
And
discover it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
through my work, this is what
Okay.
I was passionate about, what I thought is something for humanity
Mm-hmm.
that I do, not for other species. And the most important, they are not benevolent, they are not interested in our good, in our development. It's incredible. It's like in the movies, worse than the movies, the worst
Okay.
movies that we can imagine. This is the world that we live in.
Mm-hmm. You are speaking about extraterrestrial and ultra-terrestrial. What is the difference between these two?
They are here. They are just in another levels,
Mm-hmm.
vibrational levels, but they are also here. Yes,
Okay.
can be here, intra, under, and extra terrestrial.
Mm-hmm. What are these ultra-terrestrial? What DNA they have?
It's not that makes the difference if they come from here or from inside the earth or from outside. It's not that. Can be from any of them. Can be, for example, reptilians that are out from outside that, but also from inside earth.
Mm-hmm.
Is depending on so many factors, parameters, depending how they adapted themselves about the place that they found and they rooted in there and the connection that they have with humans on what levels of the human societies are connected to. On this is important, not a specific race for a specific level of art.
You discovered this black hole, Amy. What is this
Yes,
black hole? What's about?
it's just a place that can make connections between different races, can serve as a transportation route.
How is this black hole is activated?
It is always there, but
Mm-hmm.
it needs some conditions
Yeah.
to function more properly, depending on who's going to traverse to pass through it.
Mm-hmm.
Those conditions are very important.
What are those conditions? Can you tell us?
Esoteric,
Mm-hmm.
vibrational, as you can have, for example, on human earth, when you talk about humidity, pressure, is the same, but on an esoteric level.
Okay.
They need specific conditions in order to transport themselves and to become more and more visible throughout the channel
Mm-hmm.
as they go on the surface.
Okay, I mean, these ultra humans you spoke, they have human like those reptilians and other species. Do they have human bodies?
No, some of them look similar, let's say, more like humanoid more than humans. And the reptilians, no, they don't look like humans. No.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, yes, can stand to feed, but they are not looking human at all.
Okay, Amy, do you want to share anything else before I say goodbye to you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
People already know
Okay.
and will know even more, no matter how much they kill us and how many of us.
Okay.
People will know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Amy. Disconnect, Claudia. Disconnect. How you feeling? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How did you perceive Amy? She was kind of unstable, right? Unstable.
Yes, yes, yes.
Too much going
Uh,
on. Mm-hmm.
yes, too much going on, but in the same time, it's a bit of optimism. Like, no
People are
matter
fighting
what they try, yes,
to
people will
hide.
find out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So you perceive a little bit of, still strong enough,
Yes,
like a
yes,
fighter.
still
I
strong.
saw like she's a fighter.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I have one more question. Uh, let's go to this Nuno Lorero who was killed, shot and killed. Yeah, in
Mm-hmm.
December 15, 2025, I think on his porch. And yeah, he taught plasma physics. Okay, talking
Mm-hmm.
about plasma. Observe, observe his kind of, I don't know if you get the information that it's connected this plasma with the plasma we found.
Yes,
Kind of, right?
yes, it came fast that he was very much interested to study the organic plasma and its beneficial on the human
Beneficial, yeah.
race.
Hmm.
Yes, but he was not allowed to do that, and that was the contradictory that came out at some moment. He was forced somehow to develop and research more the other mixture of plasma with negative one technologic.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is what I saw, and he was not interested in that. He was a lot more interested on the natural one, to
Okay.
develop it, research it, and spread the word to the
Mm.
outside.
So he was killed compared with the other guy, right? LeBlanc,
Mm-hmm.
who is like, kidnapped, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Why was he killed? Do you perceive that it wasn't so important to continue his research?
Yes, yes, it was very important to be closed, his mouth to be closed, because of the things that he was about to reveal. he was
Mm-hmm.
having this wish, this
So you couldn't be like silent, kind of. I mean,
yes,
obedient,
yes,
like the other one, you can say.
yes, exactly.
Maybe that, or maybe something else. So he was killed, like he was shot by Claudio Manuel Neves Valente. And this Claudio, he was a suspect in the Brown University mass shooting before killing Nuno. Do you connect to this? Do you perceive this guy?
Yes.
Okay. Um, let's go a little bit backward on this shooting, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Observe him. How do you observe him energetically? Like, what do you perceive?
This Claudio, this is the person that I have now a perception of being somehow pushed to do it, but
Yes,
from an
okay.
esoterical level,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Um, the same kind of impulses that I was saying before,
The
the
waves,
same
yeah?
like tick,
Okay.
tick, tick, something in his head,
Okay.
yes. But being very much oriented exactly to whom and what to do.
I'm not sure. I
And
think maybe the shooting was maybe
yeah,
after Nuno. I think so. Not sure yet. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted
yes,
you.
no,
Mhm.
this is the feeling that I was having, and not a very simple person. This is the feeling that I have. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't need too much to orient, to direct regarding those waves to him, because he was already very easy structure, mental structure, and easy to be guided by those waves.
Mm-hmm. They're saying that maybe he is the culprit because I think after the shooting he was like killed. Yeah, doing this
Mhm.
shooting.
Yeah,
So
very
I
easy.
perceive the shooting was after the university shooting. Yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead, Claudia.
Yeah, only that a very simple mental structure. That was the feeling
Okay,
I
so
was
like
having.
a mental control can say he was
Yes, we
like
can
kind
say.
of he
Hmm.
was like, let's say, as a telecommand, how you call it, as a
Remote control.
remote control. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
like a remote control.
yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, like that. Very simple.
Hmm.
Simply they push the button. He received the order and proceeds to make it happen.
Hmm. Okay. Claudia, I have no more questions because it's pretty intense and deep. Did
Mm.
you want to add anything else that maybe I interrupt you before we close
Mm,
this section?
no,
Investigation.
no.
Okay, very well, Claudia. Now you disconnect from everything, everyone, and everybody. Observe how you do that. We clean all the traces, all the imprints, and where invisible, one, you start to feel your body lighter. You can move your hands, your body is getting stronger and stronger. Two, you start to feel good, happy, calm, relaxed, and full of energy. Three, you can open your eyes.
Hello.
Welcome. How you feeling?
Okay, I was looking at those faces. Yes, those are the ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Amy here.
Yes, 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 yes. I can see her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also look for that interview. Interesting, as you said.
Yeah, I will send it to you. It was
Okay.
like, yeah, it is. She's saying like some interesting stuff. So I guess she was silenced for sure.
Yes.
Um, she had lots of gods. That was pretty interesting. Say, okay, I'm seeing this interview, and I saw that she's drinking beer and whiskey, and I say, okay, something wrong here. What's wrong
Yes.
about it? Like she had so much pressure, and then if you listen to her story, she's leaving her parents' house because she was leaving her because they broke into her apartment with her ex-boyfriend. They poured so many times, like so she found some stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, Claudia, thank you for participating on this pretty, how you say, complex investigation.
My pleasure.
We can do more than that. We just, we go on the esoteric and find some things, but
Yeah.
remember that things can be contaminated, and we have to use discernment. And
Sure.
thank you, Claudia. And we'll see you next time with another beautiful investigation for sure. Thank you. And bye-bye,
Sure.
everybody.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.